I'm Joey Guerin. I'm Senior Program Manager at HandsOn Bay Area, where our main objective is to make volunteering easy, accessible, and really fun. We work on behalf of nonprofits like the Big Lift, and I think we have a number of other partners that are actually present here today as well. And we do that through a lot of community programs, but also by engaging our corporate partners and facilitating and leading their days of service. We manage logistics, budgets, all that kind of good stuff. And we've been doing this for a couple of years now. And just on April 21st last year, we had a number of volunteers from Microsoft who kind of took on a really fun way of going about the little library project, where it was broken down into kind of step by step. Normally we have a 3-hour-long project that people go from all the way to from the beginning to the end, but they did it in a really cool way and actually were able to kind of give us helpful hints and suggestions and everything like that. And so we constructed, I believe, around 8 libraries with you guys, and so we want to thank you so much, Emily. But yeah. Thank you.
Well, it's our pleasure. Thank you for recognizing us. This campaign is amazing, so it really behooved us to get involved with it. And as a kind of representative of Microsoft and our volunteer community, we look forward to doing more work with you. Thanks so much.
And we look forward to partnering with Microsoft too. And I'd like to introduce Supervisor Carole Groom, who has a little memento for you.
Cool.
So we want to thank you very much. This program of the little libraries has just something sort of phenomenal now, the way it has grown. And so Microsoft has jumped in to help, and we just can't thank all of our corporate partners enough.
It's a pleasure. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, there's around a total of around 130 of these out on the streets of San Mateo County right now. And actually, if you go to the Big Lift website, there is an interactive map that shows you where each one of them is placed, so you can go and see them as well. But our next person that we are recognizing today is GE. This past December, we worked with them on another library build. And this one, I actually wasn't present for it, but I talked to my colleague Anna, who said that they were also really inquisitive, actually very helpful, somewhat competitive in their nature about kind of getting it done in a really timely manner. But again, some really high quality libraries that we wouldn't be able to have on the streets today if it weren't for GE. So thank you so much. Come up, Jeffrey and Jim.
Thanks, Joey. I have to tell you, the HandsOn Bay Area folks did a fantastic job of expediting the whole experience. As a corporate partner, there's nothing more that we like than be able to come into a room, and 3 hours later, there's 8 little libraries everywhere, and the fresh smell of paint in the air, and all kinds of good ideas in our head about what's going to happen with the impact of kids and their literacy. So it was a great opportunity. I think the things that you're doing are just fantastic. I'm surprised you don't have corporate partners just jumping out of the woodwork to do exactly what you're trying to get them to do.
Thank you. Excellent. Thanks. And lastly, we're going to be recognizing Marketo. Rory Van Ness was our main contact there. And this was actually just last month. We had 2 events for their conference, one on January 6th, one on January 14th. Again, competitive in nature with their volunteers. They were very, very, very quick. But they did it with very high quality and just a lot of fun volunteers and kind of fun games that you guys put together through as well. But yeah, and so thank you so much for that.
Thank you, and thank you guys. This was such a fun program for us to do. We had, I think, around 450 employees over the course of the 2 days who had been sitting in meetings for 2 and 3 days. So working with the Big Lift and Hobo was such a great experience for them to just get up and move around and make some really great things for San Mateo County. So thank you guys. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks.
Thank you very much. great. I think one of the ironies of this is like when you look at the employees building these big little libraries, don't they look like the summer kids, from the summer camps just in the prior presentation? It really is that sort of hands-on group project, learning together, doing something that's important is good for people of all ages and something we really love. And, one of the other things too is it's such a great honor to have people like GE Digital and Microsoft and Marketo here, because we're actually trying to create kids, a pathway for kids. So, our kids who are struggling reading eventually become employees at these companies. We would like them to see, we've talked about our initiative being a cradle to career initiative. We'd love to see these kids end up working at inspiring places, world-class places like these employers. So.